What's going on, guys? It's hard to believe, but we are already a little bit over a month into the NBA season, which means that the discussions have already started for MVP candidates. Now, Basketball Reference does a pretty cool thing where they have the top 10 organized on like a live updating rankings, like a leaderboard, basically. And they have the top 10. I think they update it after every game. It seems like they do at least. And obviously take this with a grain of salt because it is only been 1 month, and these are largely narrative-based awards. So if someone gets hot at the right time near the end of the season, and they've had an okay season the rest of the way, and the team's been okay, there's nothing that says any of this is set in stone. But since it is something that people love to talk about, I think it'd be interesting to kind of keep an eye on it throughout the next couple months, just to see how the rankings change, what happens, and who can kind of really establish themselves as an MVP candidate. So let's dive into the Basketball Reference top 10. So right off the bat, there are 3 things that catch my eye, and that is that De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, and Tyrese Halliburton are all in the top 10 right now, as of Basketball Reference's algorithm. And honestly, all deserving. I just think it's funny after the outrage that happened with Kings fans at trading Halliburton for Sabonis. Halliburton's ranked 1 spot ahead of him in the MVP candidacy, but the Kings have 2 legitimate candidates. Like it's crazy to say that seeing them on this list is not startling in the least bit. In fact, I'd almost be mad if there was only one of the 2 of them. The Kings are going to have 2 All-Stars this year, barring injury or anything, and probably not going to crack into the starting rotation just because of how hard that can be with the fan voting and all of that, but they absolutely deserve to have 2 All-Stars this year, and they are absolutely one of the most fun teams to watch. So we'll start with De'Aaron Fox, 26 points a game, 6.5 assists, 5 rebounds, still averaging over a steal, turning the ball over 2.5 times a game. He is efficient. He is running that team like the Kings must have envisioned when they drafted him, and then did not draft Luka Doncic the next year. The efficiency with which he plays now, after the Kings went out and acquired Sabonis, is incredible. I cannot believe the efficiency that he has had. He's taking smarter shots too. In close games, he'll still kind of start to go into hero mode, but having these pieces around him like Sabonis, Keegan Murray, who's had an excellent rookie season, Davion Mitchell's really been good in that 6th man role. The pieces around him have really helped him rein in those bad qualities and tendencies, shooting about 40% from 3, which I believe would be a career high for him if that were to stay. And he's the engine powering arguably the most fun to watch team night in and night out. Another really fun team to watch is led by Devin Booker, who I'm surprised is not higher, just because he's kind of doing this with a ragtag group of co-stars. Chris Paul has been out for the last little bit with what is believed to be kind of a serious heel injury. Jay Crowder's just gone from the team. He's just waiting to be traded. Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder's essentially his replacement, is out for an extended period of time with injury. And Devin Booker still has the Suns, I believe, in the top 5 in both offensive rating and defensive rating. The job he is doing as the scoring option, as the playmaker, as a defender, picking up some slack where he can, it's been really admirable. And I think whether those players come back from these injuries or whoever they get in a potential Crowder trade, it's all still going to revolve around Booker. And if they can weather all of this and all of the off-season drama and controversy and everything, then he's going to absolutely be in that top tier of candidates at the end of the year. Then we have Sacramento Kings center Domantas Sabonis. Again, I can't believe the Kings have 2 players in the top 10, but it is completely justifiable and honestly expected with how hot the Kings have been lately. They turned on that beam. I think they're 9-2 since. They have been just must-see TV, appointment viewing when the Kings are playing. And when is the last time anyone said that? Sabonis is averaging 17 points, 6 assists, 11 rebounds, almost a steal a game, half a block. He is an efficient playmaker out of the post. He is a great passer for a big man. All of those skills that he had put on display in those all-star years in Indiana fully have translated over here to Sacramento, and the pieces on this team are almost built better suited for his skill set, because Fox has been a great running mate. He's been much more efficient shooting than in previous years as well, which is benefiting everything and kind of opening the whole offense up. And then, like I said, Keegan Murray has been an explosive rookie to add in right out of the gate, who has opened up a lot for them with his play from the front court. And this team is just firing on all cylinders right now. Then we have the player who Domantas Sabonis was traded for, Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers came out before this year and said, we want Tyrese Halliburton to be like this iteration of the team's Reggie Miller. We want him leading everything. We want him to be the guy. We want him to do everything he can. We want him to lead us. And he has absolutely done that. The man is averaging 20 and 10 assists, 5 rebounds. He is playing at another level. Him and Benedict Mathurin are already looking like one of the best backcourt duos. Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, who knows how long they'll be on the team. But with that backcourt as a centerpiece to build around, the Pacers have a really promising future. Halliburton has been incredible. I don't think he'll be an all-star starter, but there is no way, barring injury, that he is not one of the top reserves. Next up, we have the new Cleveland Cavalier, Donovan Mitchell at 6, who, honestly, I'm surprised he's not a little bit higher with how out of his mind he's played to start the season for the Cavs. So the Cavs lose Darius Garland like 13 minutes into the first game of the year to like a scratch on his eye, basically, from like contact. And Donovan Mitchell was like, man, I'm so happy to be here because I can pair up with Garland. We can take turns. No one has to do everything. Well, and Garland gets hurt, and Donovan Mitchell's like, all right, I guess I'll do everything to start. But somehow, in doing everything, he has improved his efficiency, he's improved his points per game, and he's improved his assists per game compared to where they were the last couple of Jazz years. It's incredible to think that he could be putting on the type of performances he is offensively, like 30 points, 40 points, pretty consistently, and still have that ball movement at an all-time high. He is giving up on those tendencies to just be a ball stopper, to think, okay, I have to go make a play. And what we're seeing instead is this really smart, gifted playmaker. Like, there have been a couple times where they've been like late in the shot clock, there are 3-4 seconds left. Teams, start to think, okay, he's just going to pull it. They start to almost send a double at him. He waits that extra second, sees someone down near the rim, and just launches a bullet pass to them to get an easy layup instead. And like, that type of smart playmaking is really going to come in handy down the stretch run of the season for the Cavs, no matter who's healthy and who's not. And I don't think he's going to have the numbers at the end of the year to be a top 5 candidate, because I think that team is just built, barring any injuries, built to just facilitate and move the ball and let everyone kind of do what is needed for a given game. I don't think it's built for one player to take over everything. That was kind of the issue that the team had last year with just Darius Garland, where it was like, okay, well, when he's out of the game or not playing at all, like, the offense kind of just falls off a cliff. So next up, we have Steph Curry, who is at 5. Probably only at 5 because of the struggles that the Warriors as a team have had, because Steph is having arguably the best season of his career, and this man has won a unanimous MVP award before. It's incredible the things he's doing at 34 years old. 32 points a game, 7 assists, almost 7 rebounds, shooting almost 45% from 3, 52% from the field. It is incredible the efficiency that he is playing with, and his playing and his level of efficiency right now is really kind of screwing the Warriors, because they're not figuring it out as a whole. Players are starting to, really struggle. Clay's had a couple bounce back games more recently, but up until that, it's been a bit of a brutal start for him. Draymond Green, the whole drama around that. The young players haven't been really contributing in the ways I think a lot of people expected them to. James Wiseman's already been sent down to the G League. Like, this is a team that is in a point where, like, they've always tried to thread that needle between, okay, we're going to retool and be loaded to be contenders, but we're also going to have young players and, like, maintain two timelines almost, like the win now and the build for the future. And if Steph keeps playing like this at 34 years old, like, who knows how much longer he's going to play at this type of elite level, not just as a dead-eye shooter, because obviously he's always going to be able to shoot the ball, but to be able to do everything else that he's doing is something that the Warriors team can't take for granted. So if he keeps playing like this and the team just stays like at or just below 500 basketball, that front office is going to have some hard decisions that they're going to have to make. Then we got Giannis Antetokounmpo at 4. Honestly, I thought he would be the MVP before the season started. He was my pick. He has been absolutely dominant, basically at every level of the game. The Bucks have been great with Giannis missing games, Drew Holiday missing games, and Chris Middleton still having not played at all. I think the fact that Giannis continues to play at such a high level, and not only that, but to like always look like he's improved somehow. Like, despite being like one of the most like he looks like if you built a basketball player in a lab. It's hard to look at him from season to season and be like, this dude needed to get better at this or that, or he looks like a robot built for basketball. I don't know how else to put it. That's not very eloquent, I know, but watching Giannis play is like, it's beautiful. The Bucks are awesome to watch when they have Giannis in. Even with anyone else out, Giannis himself is like carrying this team in a way that is just fascinating to watch. Nikola Jokic, the back-to-back MVP, is 3rd. I don't think it's happening this year. He has been, again, really incredible. The scoring is down a little bit, which is to be expected with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. coming back from basically season-long injuries. But playmaking-wise, he is still just a sight to be seen. Some of the passes he can make, some of the angles he finds are truly incredible. Like, I have a hard time seeing him on TV with like all the camera angles and everything. I can't fathom the speed of an NBA basketball game. Being able to see some of the lanes that he's seeing and to be able to thread that needle like that, or to have the vision that is needed to find players in the spots that they're going to be. It is incredible to watch him play at a high level. And it's great too, even if he doesn't win the MVP this year, it's great to see him with those guys back and this team playing at full speed. It's been a little weird that they haven't quite translated that to as many wins yet. I believe they're 10-7 on the year. But just having him with that full complement of players available again has been just incredible to watch. The second ranked player right now is Jason Tatum. Honestly, I think Jason Tatum should probably be the favorite for MVP right now, because he has taken his game to another level after the disappointment that was the Celtics NBA Finals appearance against the Warriors last year. He has basically improved in every statistical category and on defense. He's played every game. He's looked great in basically all of them. He's getting whatever shots he wants. He's getting the rim more. He's drawing more free throws. He's only got a 12% probability of winning the MVP, but with the best record in the league, usually that kind of comes into play where it's like, okay, the best player on the best team is going to be the MVP. Sometimes narratives will take over, like I was saying a little bit earlier. Just looking at all of this now, I really think Tatum should be the favorite. I understand why Luka Doncic is the number one candidate right now. Why he's leading the leaderboard, I guess. 33.5 points for Luka, 8 assists, 2 steals, 9 rebounds. Efficiency's off the charts except for 3-pointers. He's shooting sub 30% from 3, which has never really been his game, but still he takes a lot of them. So it's got to be brought into consideration. So really this is probably going to be the race for the rest of the season, barring, injuries or the Warriors figuring it out. I think Steph could kind of force his way into the conversation. I think Giannis could as well once the Bucks get back to full strength. But really, I think so far, like after 1 month, it's pretty safe to say that this is a Doncic-Tatum two-person race here. I would give the slight edge to Tatum, and really it comes down to the team's overall winning and just Tatum's efficiency compared to Luka's. Luka does give you a lot more in the playmaking, but you kind of just have to take what matters to you, really, and that's kind of what makes this such a hard thing, but also such a popular topic, is because everyone has just different things that they're looking for and that they value. So my thought is it should be Jason Tatum. Please let me know your thoughts. If you have a different candidate or a different player that you really have been enjoying watching that you think should be considered. Two names that are not on this top 10 that I am kind of surprised to not see really quick are Joel Embiid. I understand he's missed a few games. He's supposedly going to be out the next couple games as well. So I understand him not being here, but still kind of jarring when you consider he finished runner-up last year, had a pretty good case to win it last year, and now he's not even in the top 10. Kind of just goes to show you, A, how stacked this top of the league is, and B, just how important it's going to be probably at the end that these guys don't miss a whole lot of games. Like, if someone misses a week or two stretch, that could be the difference. The other name that I'm kind of surprised is not here is the Memphis Grizzlies' Ja Morant. So the Grizzlies right now are sitting 9th in the West. They are 10-8, sorry. Ja Morant missed a couple games with a ankle injury. I'm a little surprised that Ja isn't getting more consideration here in the early part of the MVP race, but I guess it's probably got to do with record, missed games if I had to really pick something. And then 15 games, 29 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 77 free throw, 50% from the field, 39 from 3. I just, Charles Barkley had that whole thing about how Ja doesn't make his teammates better. He's just a great player. And I don't think that's true. Like, I think it's clear Ja is one of the top point guards in the league. So I'm just surprised that he's not here, but also looking at it, like, I don't know who I would bump from it to put him there. So I understand it. But those would be the two names that would stand out to me if I had to pick people that I'm surprised to not see. And I think that's everything. So please let me know your thoughts on the MVP race, or if you think it's dumb to talk about it through just a month of the season, anything like that. Let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate anyone watching this. I hope everyone stays safe, has a good day. Enjoy the games that we got coming up this week. Have a safe Thanksgiving, and I will be back.